Welcome back, YouTube viewers, to the 2008 Cleveland Browns Bash. I'm your host, AJ, here with the 2008-2009 NFL Playoffs Divisional Round. And last week in the wildcard round with my picks, I went 3-1, which is definitely very good because it's not easy to pick these games. And I'll definitely take the 3-1 record. But I am going to talk about each game very briefly as I talk about the divisional games. So I'll do them, one at a time. And so I guess let's just dive right into this weekend's games. First on Saturday, we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Tennessee Titans. Now, this game, there were two games this week that were very hard for me to pick, who I thought was going to win. And this game was one of those two. First of all, last week against the Dolphins, the Ravens did exactly as I pretty much predicted, winning with their defense. They forced 5 turnovers. They returned an interception for a touchdown. They held Miami to, I believe, 2.5 rushing yards per attempt. So they just did a great job of shutting them down. And they won the game 27-9. So that was pretty much called. And now they travel to Tennessee, where they meet another just tough defense. Two of the NFL's best defenses are going to be meeting in this game. And it's going to be whoever on offense can make a big play. But despite that, I think, it's going to take some big plays on offense, to win the game. I still think that the key is defense. And with the Ravens, you look back to Week 5 when the Titans and the Ravens met in Baltimore. Now, the Titans won this game 13-10, but the Ravens were able to stop the Titans' running game. And to me, that's a positive sign for the Ravens, because if they can look at that and see how the Titans were able to beat them after they stopped their running game, if they can look at that and then fix their mistakes in this game, I think they can pull out the victory. And it's going to be extremely tough for either team to win this game just because of the defenses that each team is facing. But I believe that the Ravens will correct their mistakes and pull out a victory. I'm only saying Baltimore by 1 point, though, because I think it'll be a very close game, and we'll see. But Ravens by 1. Now, the next game on Saturday, the night game, the Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. Now, this was the one game I messed up on last week, the Arizona game, as they played host to the Falcons. They played a good game defensively. I did not think the defense would be able to win that game for them, and they did. The offense did, but the defense did enough. They did get that gift touchdown from the Matt Ryan fumble that they returned, but other than that, they did a very good job. Now, they are 6-2, now 7-2 at home this season. The Cardinals are. Now, they're only 3-5 on the road, and I think that's going to make the difference. Plus, I think their defense is going to be a little more tired. And not only that, the Panthers are 8-0 at home. But I do think the Cardinals showed me that they're here to compete last week, and they did show me that. And I have more respect for them now, and I'm glad they were able to win a game for their fans. I said that was big. I'm definitely happy about all that. But I still think that Carolina is going to be able to win this game. I think they're going to use the running game to wear down the Cardinals' defense. And, back in the regular season, these two teams also played. Every single team, every single matchup here in this divisional playoff weekend is a rematch of the regular season. But in their regular season game, it was in Carolina, and the Panthers won at 27-23. So that was a close game. I just think the Panthers running game is going to be too much this weekend. And, I hope I'm not wrong about the Cardinals twice in a row. I would definitely feel bad, but I just have a feeling the Panthers are going to win this game. I'm saying Carolina by 6. Okay, now we move on to Sunday, January 11th, 2009. And the first game is the Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. Now, this was the other game that I just had such a hard time picking. Now, both the Ravens and the Eagles are 6 seeds in their conferences. But, the NFL right now is just parity is everywhere. The Pittsburgh Steelers were the 6th seed in 2005, and they won the Super Bowl. The Giants were the 5 seed last season, and they won the Super Bowl. So, you just can never tell. And it's such a tough game because these two teams are so evenly matched. First off, last week, the Eagles did pretty much just as I would say. They won the game with their defense and their passing game. Asante Samuel returned an interception for a touchdown against the Vikings, and a pass from Donovan McNabb to Brian Westbrook also went 71 yards for a touchdown. Those were the only two Eagles touchdowns of the entire game. And I called that. Now, this week, though, the Eagles still bring their defense and their passing game, but now the Giants, they have their defense and their running game, and it's going to be so tough. I saw a forecast for this game, snow and sleet, and I think that'll work toward the Eagles' advantage if that is the case, because it will partially negate the home crowd advantage that the Giants are going to have. But, what I look at right now is the Eagles just playing so, just full of momentum, and, in the regular season, the Giants won in Philadelphia by 5. The Eagles won in New York by 6. The only home loss of the season for the Giants. They're 7-1 at home, and the Eagles, they haven't been a great road team this season. They went 3-4-1 in the regular season on the road, and then last week obviously they won in Minnesota. But I just think the Eagles are going to be able to pull it out, and it's so tough picking both number 1 seeds to lose this weekend in the Titans and the Giants. But I'm going to say Philadelphia by 1 point also, just like the Ravens. So it's scary, and I'm taking a big risk for sure. We'll see if I regret it. I'm either going to look like an idiot or a genius, or maybe half and half. So we'll see what happens. But Philadelphia by 1. So then our final game of this 2008-2009 divisional round is the San Diego Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now this game, I drilled the upset last week. Chargers were 8-8. Colts were 12-4. I picked the Chargers. Now, obviously, they were at home, but still, it was definitely a great call, and it made me happy. But, against the Steelers, they're facing one of the roughest defenses in the NFL, and not only that, they're going to be exhausted physically and emotionally, mentally. That was just such, an incredible game that they played, especially there at the end. And I think the defense is going to be tired. LaDainian Tomlinson is doubtful now. Darren Sproles, he took such a huge load last week. I don't know how he's going to be able to be as big of a factor this week. And not only that, they're in Pittsburgh. The Steelers are 6-2 at home this season. And, they did play in the regular season, as I said. All these matchups are rematches, and the Steelers won the game 11-10, and it took a field goal with 32 seconds left, it was a 32-yard field goal with 11 seconds left for the Steelers to win that game, and they won it 11-10. So it was a very close game, but this time around, I just think that the Chargers are going to be too tired, and I think the Steelers are going to win this game. I'm saying Pittsburgh by 10. So we'll see what happens there. So those are my picks. We got, let's see, a quick recap. Baltimore by 1, Carolina by 6, Philadelphia by 1, and Pittsburgh by 10. Now, I'm taking some risks this week for sure, picking against both number 1 seeds, and then I got both number 2 seeds at home. So we'll see what happens. I'm 3-1 up to this point. Hopefully I can carry my momentum and get at least 3 more wins this week, maybe. We'll see. It's going to be tough, but it's going to be interesting. So I guess we can just sit back and watch and see what we got next week. So this is the 2008 Cleveland Browns Bash, or post-Cleveland Browns Bash, playoff divisional round picks. And I'll be back with you guys next week to see what teams we have in the AFC and NFC championship games. And then I will make my picks for who will be in Super Bowl 43. Can't believe we're already here again. Once again, I'm AJ, and I will see you guys later.